Greetings, I am Live.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together.
Woo! Hi. God damn it!
So.
Damn you! I'm never gonna let that down. Alright, it's fine. I'm never gonna let you down. What are you gonna do when you win the trophy, mister?
What am I gonna
Trophy.
do?
Win the trophy, mister.
Hang
Mister,
on.
win the trophy.
Hang on.
What?
I had a choice a second ago, but I have to have another choice.
Oh, no.
So you need to wait while I have it.
Hang on.
I pause for a moment.
Let me-
Rena pauses with me.
let me
The
play
music
with your
does
ears
not
and-
pause. I lean away from Rena, who's trying to pet me.
And then
No. Good question.
Yes.
What will I do?
I'll pet you.
If I win the tournament, I said win, I will definitely dedicate my win to Rena. What?
We didn't get a choice?
What?
Oh my god.
Oh my
This
god!
character's just like, they really are. So in that way, we're like, it's been really funny actually where we were playing through Doki Doki, and I'm like, they really do. Your main character cannot help but to basically lead every single character on in that whole entire story. They are always friendly, they are always available to literally goddamn everyone, and it's really frustrating actually from that way, like that particular perspective. Like, you can't make choices and then change your character's mind as it goes along of going, yeah, you can be friendly, but the more you basically go in for the romance options with those characters, I feel like your main character should change to reflect that.
And in this case, we were literally romancing all of these people at once. And like some of these games and the setups they have, like if you buy every romance option with every character, you're kind of being a jerk.
Yeah.
Because you're getting involved and actively, directly involved with all of them at once, even though you're not making any promises. And it's a little strange. It made a little more sense in, honestly, in my Mystic Dragons, because it was, they all knew you were getting involved with all of them.
That was such an excellent setup.
That was honestly the best possible framing for
Yeah.
I'm gonna get involved with all of you at the same time and then pick one at the end.
Right, I actually liked it going like, well, I might as well date all of you because that would make sense that I need to get to know who you are.
And canonically, you're dating all three of them and they all three know, and it's pretty cool. Like, there were some, as much as that game was empty and weird in places, there were some really cool ideas about it.
Yes.
Alright, if I win the tournament, we'll definitely dedicate my win to Rena. But should I tell her that? No, because you might change your mind later. But
yes.
I think you are sort of a people pleaser, so I'm not sure. Should I muster the courage and tell her the truth? What should I do? This one gives you so many warnings all the time. The choice is coming up, like more than any other game I've seen, and it persists really hard. If I win, I would... Oh. Dedicate my trophy to you, Rena, or celebrate.
I mean,
feel like
he literally said in his own fucking head that I would dedicate my trophy to you, Rena.
This is what he's gonna do. So, like, I feel like this choice is already chosen.
This is also what's exasperating about this game, because these kinds of lead-ups happen a lot in this particular Genius game. Like, wow.
There is a level of going, should I tell her? Like, I'm going to do it anyways, but should I tell her? And going, will he chicken out or not?
Right.
And I'm kind of like trying to find the difference between I'm not in the mood and what would he do? You know? Because sometimes that's the challenge.
But there is, though, we have also pointed out that while there also hasn't actually been as much lead up, so I will amend my previous statement.
Okay.
My declarative statement there of that most of the time when your main character interacts with Rena, as far as I can tell, they pretty much are always trying to kick you towards you doing the romance option.
They really are. Like with Rena specifically, they go a little harder on the romance.
Yeah, I'm going like, you should pick the premium option with this character. You should do this. You should do this. Like when with everybody else, it's sort of a little bit more up in the air.
It's a little bit more open-ended, if you will. All right. Okay, so you were surprised, you were caught off guard, you've already been a little bit vulnerable, you couldn't keep track of yourself enough to answer her, you know, when you were like, should I say something while she's pausing and interrupt her? And then going, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I think he would just blurt it out.
Yeah, dedicate.
I think he would totally do it.
Yep, why the fuck not?
If I win, I would dedicate my trophy, not my team's trophy, my personal trophy, to you, Rena, because soccer is not a team sport.
At all. It's just one person.
The MVP gets the trophy all by themselves.
Sacrificing both balls.
It's fine. For the good of the team. Oh, God. So we saw this little video recently where a lovely soccer player, and football in some countries, but, you know, soccer, was the goalie. Did an amazing
Not the goalie. It was just one of the players.
Oh.
That was not a goalie. That was a dude who came in. Nope, that was not a goalie.
All right, anyway, so...
At least I think it was. Whatever, a player.
Player saved the ball
Yep,
from going in the goal.
Yep.
They stopped it.
It was
and
brilliant.
they also lost their footing and slid up into the one of the supporting posts of the goal with their junk. And it was like the announcer was amazing about it. Like he really just
He took
went
one for the
off,
team.
took one for the team by like he saved the ball for the team by sacrificing two of his
Future
own.
generations.
As I say, he helped this generation and sacrificed future generations. Like the announcer, the commentator just kept going about the dude has destroyed his balls, and it was so funny, and I felt so bad for the individual, but also like the commentator, like straight face, just running these lines. It was amazing.
I was like, that is a skill. That is a talent. By the way, radio announcers and people who do crap like that are freaking amazing.
They have an ability to moderate themselves, and it is a skill, because there have been times when people could not moderate themselves, and they really did get kicked out of the job.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, there was one time, years and years ago, in the Olympics, where there was some American English-speaking announcers trying to announce for some of the Chinese participants who had what we would consider to be cliche names.
Oh, no.
You know, like Long Ping Dong.
Oh,
and they
no.
could not stop laughing, basically, I'm just going to say, because they were racist.
Yeah.
Because that's what that is. Those are perfectly legitimate, valid names in their own language, and they are not inherently funny in any way, except for you're going, long dick, yeah!
Long pink dick, too.
And long penis is now on the, the uneven bars, and oh my god!
Yeah.
And they did. They got kicked off of it, going, you cannot do this, you must be professional. Anyway, Rena gasps and covers her mouth with her hand. Just one. You don't want to drop pick one.
Yeah.
If I win, and I promise I will win, I will grab the trophy and raise it in the air. And she doesn't look like she's stunned. She just looks completely happy. They forgot to change her animation here. She just like, ha, ha. Then I will look for you among the spectators in your pink pajamas holding your bun, because that is the only way I know you exist.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will point to you and shout, that's my Rena over there. That is not dedicating your trophy to her.
I was about to say that is not.
That is saying you own this person and they're involved with you. One or the other, or both.
It's fine.
And or possibly that's your child. It's fine.
Okay.
You're Rena?
Well, you're the only one I know, so you must be mine. Yes, that's what I'll say. My Rena. You step it up with all of these characters a lot, all at once. Holy shit. Won't that be cheesy? Now you're gonna embrace the cheesy. Don't call me cheesy. Won't that be cheesy? Immediately in the next scene, instantly.
No! I mean, yes. What? I mean, no!
And now she's super goddamn uncomfortable.
Yeah.
No. Oh, of course not.
Deeply uncomfortable.
Brilliant. I mean, if that's what you feel at that exact moment, then I won't stop you.
I literally will not be able to from the spectator stands, even if I'm doing this from really far away.
Going,
Nothing will happen. To the cut it off. Don't do it. No, no, no,
no.
Sign language. No.
No.
That's the truth. I won't hesitate to scream to the world that Rena, sweet and lovely Rena, was responsible for my recovery. Not doctors, not medicine, not rehab, not physical therapy, not laying in bed, not good food from the cook, not other support, not the actual medical care I've received. Just you.
Just Rena.
Aw, mister, you finally won me over in my sundariness.
That's sort of weird.
Sundari.
Saying that I'm healing your leg by existing.
I think.
Oh,
Why are you so nice to me?
confusion. Right? Is this nice? This is nice, right?
Why would you dedicate your trophy to someone you've only met in the hospital?
I mean,
Like, you were friggin' weird.
almost everyone I know I've met in this hospital.
You're-
So,
That
like,
sounds unreasonable. Haven't you been to, like, school and normal life? And you said you had an ex-boyfriend, so...
oh yeah, so my ex-boyfriend Ken, I mean, I totally have met him. I mean, I know him. But
Your
like,
parents...
yeah, I don't know my parents, actually. I never see them. I just know about them. Like, we never even really crossed paths. I kind of just, like, pull my food out of the fridge or order it myself over the phone. Have for years.
Wow, that's really depressing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Isn't that how most kids do it? I never talk to the other kids at school. Not even my other teammates, really. Like, I'm
boy.
just there to impress them, so...
Oh, boy.
Because I like you. And I should just dedicate things to people that I like. Which is... I'm gonna have to find more things to dedicate to the other people I like. But that one thing can be for you. Rena blushes in an instant.
She looks grumpy.
And I also get really close to her. And she's like, No, her faces are like she is not into this whole game.
You really like me?
I'm super skeptical of this. And I hope the feeling is mutual. Since you've literally said I'm the best friend you've ever had, that suggests you like me. That's really what that's like, you know? Also, like...
Yes. It's,
Rena is not into this at all.
This is so frustrating.
She looks so flustered. It's like she doesn't know what to say. I'll put words in her mouth. It'll be fine. Rena takes a deep breath.
yes. I like you too.
I feel like I have to say this based on the previous narratives that have been here.
These are the
It
only
is
narratives I am allowed.
required.
Congratulations. I like you a lot, mister. I'm
'Cause
going to
last-
suck in this pain and just smile.
Because, you know, I assume you'll be leaving soon, and then it won't be awkward that I said I liked you a lot.
Yeah.
That'll be fine.
And do you know what I'll do as soon as you scream my name in the stadium?
And I'm there, and we've guaranteed all these events will happen.
Yep.
What?
I will run down the steps, push people out of the way, and hug you.
That is literally not allowed, but sounds good. Wait, it's only high school. Yeah, you could do that. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep, it's fine.
And I will hug you too.
Oh, God.
It will be amazing.
But
This-
don't forget to lay the trophy on the floor, or it might break in two.
Rena,
Like
soccer.
I'm going to do to your spine.
Rena, soccer is played outdoors. There is no floor. It's the ground.
Oh my God. Are we also though going? So is this like supposed to be a covered stadium where they just have AstroTurf maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm just like that's really weird because I don't think I've really heard
Soccer?
like soccer being played indoors.
Indoors?
But okay, so I'm not a big soccer fan. I'm not a big sport fan. So full disclosure, I have mostly seen college football because of my dad, who was super into BYU football.
Okay.
And, you know, because all Mormons have to continually support, you know, the being and the entity that is the LDS Church that continues to consume their lives. But that's okay, that's another story. Like, what? I didn't think that soccer
floor.
was, because
She-
one of the things,
you know
particularly with
what?
AstroTurf, like,
She may have been in the hospital so long she doesn't know it's played outdoors.
she doesn't know sport at all. She doesn't watch TV. She just wanders around, eats chocolate, summons spirits, and deals with her really horrifying mom.
Yes. Her elder creature mom.
Yep.
It's fine.
I still have to say her mom's terrifying. Like,
Or it
damn.
might break in two. Okay. No need to remind me. That trophy's on the floor as soon as I see you running. 'Cause I will find a floor. Even if we're in an outdoor stadium, I will make it work.
I will look everywhere. I will see a floor over in the toilet room. I will fling it at the porta potty. And it will get tinged in there like it's a pinball machine.
I definitely won't hand it to anyone or ask someone to hold it. You will be the only person who knows me except for my teammates in that entire stadium.
And my coach won't be there or anything.
Yeah, and I definitely wouldn't hand that to him.
No.
Okay, coach. I consider him a teammate since I am the most valuable person on the
Yeah.
entire team.
Yeah.
So he's just another teammate.
Yeah, fuck your coach, am I right?
Yep.
And then,
And then? What? Wait. And then we talk again? We asked her and then.
Okay, I think that's a mistake.
I think it skipped. Or
No, it's supposed to be you. It's supposed to be Rena. I'm pretty fucking sure that sounds like a Rena line, because Rena started,
Yeah.
you responded, then you go, and what happened? Like, that sounds like this is supposed to be
Because I
Rena.
said, and then
But we'll read it both ways. So I'll do
with both of us at once.
What happens after you hug me?
No, it abruptly fucking changed.
It really is. You go, and then what happens after you hug me? Like she goes, and then you fill in. I move forward to Rena. I roll my wheelchair up to her knees, putting my one knee
Okay, that is
against her knee.
super repetitive. I move forward toward Rena.
Yes.
I move toward Rena.
Yep. You don't have to say forward. She's
Like,
in front of you.
We already know
I
this.
move sideways toward Rena.
I
I move at an angle towards Rena. I move backwards towards Rena.
I move in a square towards Rena.
I square dance my way towards Rena.
In wheelchair.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Rolling around with Cat
But it's like
Nacho.
being inside the glass elevator, you know, square ways and sideways and upways and downways, and
I six-dimensionally move myself towards Rena.
I play a really elaborate game of 6D chess.
Yes, to get towards Rena. It's very complex. It's like walking across the cafeteria floor and off. I have to take the floor tiles correctly to get towards Rena. And if you haven't seen our off playthrough and you're here, you know what? There's a plug for it.
You should go see it.
All right, I move toward Rena. Don't I get a kiss? oh my god, I dedicated my trophy to you, to earn a kiss, to get something back from it.
Don't you kiss?
Don't I
You
get
me
a kiss?
You me kiss?
Not, can't we kiss? Not, do you want to kiss me? Not, it's, don't I get a kiss?
Don't I get it?
And she's like,
Ah!
fucking nope. But I'm not allowed to say that, I guess.
Because that would make this game really not. What kiss?
Ah! I mean, I worked hard to win that game.
Oh, God.
I wish someone would give me a reward. The trophy's not a reward. Only your physical contact is reward. That is so uncomfortable.
Oh.
What was your thing about consent just like 2 scenes ago, mister?
Fuck.
Excuse me, mister. Rena's consent isn't important. She's also underage.
It's fine. I'm fine.
They say underage can't consent, which means they don't need to. That's probably the worst line I've ever said. Oh my god. So
especially
please.
with other kids or other basically people who are underage. I hate that thing actually where people talk about going like you can't like talk about sex with minors and going like I'm not talking about having sex with minors, but they deserve to know because kids do have sex. It's been a fucking thing that people have tried to control, especially in the United States for years. And they're going, when we try to do abstinence-only sex education, guess what? It results in more teen pregnancies, more issues, more basically people having sex because they want to fucking know. And also then you spread more misinformation. It is a literal goddamn problem.
There's a lot of it, and it is a huge problem, and especially like men writing women kind of being a thing of going, men do not seem to understand how, cis men don't seem to understand how cis women's anatomy even works, let alone how sex works, going, just hold in your period. You don't need to pee the blood out.
It's fine.
And it's like, okay, my dudes, geez, wow. Anyway, this makes me really uncomfortable, and anyone saying they've earned someone else's behavior and or like compliance to their wishes is inappropriate unless it's a deal they made beforehand and both consented to it.
It's also the same thing too that I feel like, so I have seen sometimes where some people going, you have that kind of relationship. That is a thing that you cannot presume to know, right?
Right.
But especially like, it is a thing also that I feel like some people just assume a lot more because they see it so commonly. I'm not going to say at all that fiction causes people to do shit, but it is a thing that sometimes after a while, fiction can sometimes come to represent what you think is okay or
what you think is normal. In the same way of, if it was very cute in fiction for someone to go, now don't I get a kiss? You might think that that's how it should work in real life. And if they get disappointed when a kiss isn't presented, you might think that's also appropriate behavior.
Right.
Even if you're not really going to hold it against the person, you go, what happens then if you get told no is you get disappointed. That's what's supposed to happen.
But that's that thing of also why it's really important not to just have basically, I think personally, like the fantasy experience. Like, yes, I'm totally for people going, I want to have basically this good experience because sometimes what you're doing is trying to cope with how much your life sucks or whatever else it is. But also at the same time too, it's really important also to have the different stuff where they go, yeah, it's really important that we basically write out all these different stages and we have longer conversations about these. It's important to discuss sex and sex education and relationship education and going, this is what we're going for. So that it's not just fantasy.
One of the most important things that I've ever heard about sex education was you need to teach people what consent looks like so they don't only have no, but they also know when they want to say yes.
Yes.
So that they can understand what yes and no feels like for them specifically. And that is a really important thing, to know what it feels like if you actually do want to say yes to something. Whether that something is a kiss or a hug or something more intimate and, personal.
Right.
Whatever it is, even if it's yes to a task.
Right.
Learning about consent applies all across everything, not just to sex. But it is deeply important in sex because so much harm can happen there.
Right?
All right. So I worked hard to win that game. I wish someone would give me a reward. Because the trophy and the praise and the excitement and being MVP don't count. Those aren't rewards.
Yeah, because
I need someone.
Being there with my friends and all the people that I had on my team, blah, 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 etc. It's
None
extremely...
of that matters.
Yeah, fuck everybody else.
You need to have people around you in this isolationist fantasy where no one else exists.
Yeah, right?
Rena is redder than she was a few seconds ago.
You want that?
You want that? You want a kiss?
You want a what?
What? I nod my head. I would in that circumstance, yes. Only if you wanted to in the future theoretical situation that we're talking about. You have just set everything up of, I wish for this thing, what about this thing? Only if you want to.
That is so manipulative. Anyway.
This is so weird.
I
wouldn't ask a kiss from anyone but you, especially at that important moment.
Wow! Fucking pressure banger much. Going, I wouldn't ask for a kiss from anyone than you. especially at that important moment. Don't you fucking dare ruin it for me. That is super shitty.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
so,
again, fantasy scenario, I totally get this. I can get how
totally
this could be
fine
cute.
in the game.
Yes.
Fine in the context of the game. In the context of real life, there is this experience where a lot of people have felt incredibly pressured, especially, and I want to say statistically, especially women, to say yes to things they don't want because it's in a public setting.
It's actually been a manipulation tactic that I have definitely seen. Okay, I don't have links to it, but I have definitely read various different stories where some women, cis women, have expressed frustration and embarrassment and basically just feeling trapped because there was a guy that they were trying to figure out, like, they weren't having a great relationship with him, but the guy seemed to be pretty oblivious as far as they could tell, and then suddenly they basically got them stuck in a public scenario to propose to them, and they were like, I couldn't say no because socially you're not allowed to, and like everybody in the entire like restaurant was all like, yeah, we're gonna have a marriage proposal and this is great, and they're
We're
like, so I had to
rooting for
say
you.
yes there, and then I had to say no later, and it was super fucking awkward because they put me on the spot and they basically pinned me down in a public scenario, and it was horrible.
And yeah, and a lot of women have actually come out talking about that, of how if they get asked really big important things that socially you're supposed to say yes to in public scenarios, that they get pushed into it. One of the things we've talked about before, which is less serious than a marriage proposal, is someone going, aren't you gonna, but don't I get a hug?
Right?
And if you tell them no, the whole audience goes, what? You meanie?
Yeah, and you're kind of like...
And like they don't have context for why you don't want to hug this person, whether or not you have any comfort with this person at all.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of these situations where like this feels, I mean, fictionally, it's fine. In real life, this would be terrible.
Yeah, this
Okay?
is...
And again, we always want to separate that in fiction, you can do whatever
There's
you want.
nobody here. This is not a real character. You can literally close the game, delete it, and it no longer exists.
Yeah, there's no people here, but it is one of those things of we continually point out how things parallel real life, because sometimes you get so comfortable with them in fiction that you're unable to have words for why you feel uncomfortable sometimes in real life, or for why things aren't working out the same in real life.
And also, sometimes the fiction is really great because it can also point out something going, you're like, whoa, that is really fucking weird. Actually, and seeing it like paced out that way, sometimes some people go, oh, I realize that I do not like this romantic trope. This trope making me uncomfortable. So, yes, but anyway, we're going to deal with more of this in the next one. So thank you very much, guys, then, for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and also share our videos if you're having a good time with us.
Yep.
Please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi, our Patreon. Got some link in the description down below. And I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you. Bye!